live, Shabby. It says good. Oh,
We're live. I pressed the wrong button. I thought.
I don't know why you bother doing the countdown because no one can see it. No one can see the countdown. Don't know why you bother. No, because you got to go live and then you got to countdown live and then it counts down while you're going live. So,
right, because I always get to about 5 seconds and think, right, if I press live now, and then it asks you to press live again.
No one sees it. That's what the countdown is, just to warn people that we're going to go live. So it gives them chance. Oh, I better go and grab a drink quickly.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you got to double click live when we go to the countdown. Yeah. You still won't get it right. You still won't get it right. You won't get it right.
No,
he won't. It's only taken us like 6 months or whatever, and still won't. No. Hello, everyone.
Anyway,
hello.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 77. Is that right? 77.
Over 7.
He's got that bit right.
Yeah. With Matt, Tez, and Shabby. How is everybody? How's everybody's week?
Busy.
So let's see what we've got.
Sif is here. Sabers is in.
That's nice. Brandon. Hi, Brandon. Yeah.
Keep on collecting.
Hello,
Matt. G-Force.
G-Force. Dad's T. The man himself.
Gerard, how are you, Gerard?
Oh, Gerard. Are you doing well?
Oh,
he's at work.
He's at work.
Another person who is at work. Oh.
Yeah. We need another lockdown.
Don't say that, Tez.
All the time we had to do stuff in the lockdown.
I know we spoke about it last week, but have you seen it more or less finish these Night Rider truck?
It's Night Rider thing, yeah.
Oh, that truck, I saw that. Was that on Twitter or Facebook? I saw it.
Yeah.
I was talking to Keith about Keith, to Scuba Pete and some of the lads on an Instagram chat, and I said, what blew me away was those Chips motorbikes he made. Do you remember them? I said, so, and to surpass that and do this, ridiculous.
Yeah. That is a Playmobil toy then, just repainted.
Playmobil toy, and he's redone it.
So everyone's going to go out buying one now to repaint it. Yeah,
I think it's there's a police unit with a police truck in it. I think it's that truck. truck.
They'll sell out now. That truck, won't it?
Hoppy. Gerard, let's have a look. We're collecting. Get ready for the weekend.
Figures. Yeah, Connor did a great video on his TikTok and on his Instagram with his Spider-Man. Everyone's seen it? Very good.
Check that out.
Very good. Yeah. Good. Yeah, it's getting very good. He's knocking us. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, what a shame. What a shame. I've got to admit, I had to ask our side. I've watched I've watched some of the animated movies, but I've never seen the Batman animated TV show. I've never seen one episode of it. So
really, never seen it?
Not one. No, I only started getting the movies last year. Our side said, "Oh, you want to watch Hush and Kingdom Come," and so I went through. HBO Max has them all, so I went through all of them. Gotham by Gaslight and watched all
90. Was it 92? It came out. I just loved watching Saturdays, so it was great on Saturday.
Well, tell me about it. What was so good about this animated TV show? What? Because it seems like a lot of people love this.
Yeah, especially the first series was the best before they introduced Robin. So
animation was
it was dark. It was dark, noir, wasn't it? It was very retro. Yeah. The characters are good.
About 92, wouldn't it?
Action packed. Yeah, each story was really clever. Yeah, by Jonathan. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, that car, the back car.
Was it more like an adult theme, though, Matt, or was it?
It was a bit.
Yeah,
a bit more grown up, wasn't it?
It was grown up. Yeah, a little bit more. The stories were good. Yeah, action was pretty. Yeah,
and it had the soundtrack. It had the soundtrack for the movie, didn't it?
He never killed anyone, but he beat people up in it. There was fighting in it, wasn't there?
Yeah,
he'd always punch and stuff, and
Wow. Yeah. All right. Anthony's here, Jonathan's here, Des is here, Coughlin's Law's here.
Oi. Peter's here. Hi, Peter. We're trying to catch a lot of Peter's videos, and he's got a big one. Has he got a big one? He's got Ed and Sci-Fi and someone else coming on. So.
Right, Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Let's shake you.
I mean, he had Usual Mike on last week.
Oh yeah, that was it. Usual Mike. Yeah.
Bespin.
Hi, Bespin. How you doing,
mate? Crazy. So good to see you back, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
G-Force is here. Good old G-Force. Oh yeah, it's Veterans Day today, so yeah.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
Remembrance Day.
Remembrance Day, call it over there.
Yeah, we were all busy working, so we was drills and stuff going, but we all had to keep quiet. We didn't speak, but all you could hear is.
I'll do it on a Sunday again. Like, remember.
Yeah, Sunday. It's more Sunday thing, isn't it?
So. Happy birthday, Keith!
Hi, Keith.
Tomorrow.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Keith! Look at this.
Bargain Hunt over filming tomorrow, so can't get. Oh, Bargain Hunt! He's everywhere, isn't he? God, he's always on the TV. Yeah.
Good old Keith. Hi, Cat.
Hi, Cat.
How are you doing?
Hi.
Oh, Stu's here. Look at this.
Hi, Stu. Everyone's at work on a Friday night.
You know, like shifts on a Friday.
What is this? It's 8 o'clock. Friday. Come on.
They know what they're doing.
You should be. Yeah.
So watch your Friends. Remember Friday night?
It's TFI, isn't it? It's TFI, whatever they call it. You know.
That was right. The Fridays was always like Father Ted was on a Friday. Friends was. The Word was on a Friday.
The Word, yeah. TFI.
What was TFI? That's the one I was thinking of.
You started at 6 o'clock. You start your evening with that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Hello, Lake.
Black Panther tomorrow.
Oh, I've been hearing that's terrible. I've been hearing the reviews are terrible for that. So,
I'll see what G-Force went to see, so G-Force will probably tell us as well. I'm not bothered about going to the cinema to see him anymore. I'll just wait till he comes on. Not that the novelty's worn off. They're all, without trying to sound like a grumpy old man, they're all like the same type of movie for me.
Yeah, they are.
So,
there's no focus at the moment. Since Thanos has gone, there's no, because Thanos was the glue that held all the other stuff together.
Since Endgame, they've just died, haven't they? The Spider-Mans have been pretty good, but otherwise, Disney, Marvel don't know where they're going, do they? They have really lost their track. So,
no.
Yeah.
I've been hearing reports about the test screenings for Indiana Jones 5 have been.
Wait, what do you? I mean, I haven't seen it yet. But what do you think they should have recast the Black Panther guy, or?
Yeah,
I think they should have recasted him.
Yeah. Like Ellie Mae in Dallas.
And because they've really made the film about him dying, haven't they? They shouldn't have done that. They should have recasted him and carried on.
I couldn't agree more. Listen, what happened to that young man was awful. To die of cancer at 44 was awful.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
But we've got to come to a point where you've got to escape reality from realism, and it's a reality thing.
You pay homage to the guy, but you don't
pay homage to him. Of course, this is why I've always said about Star Wars. If you ever bring back Luke, Han, and Leia as different actors, so be it. It's the characters I like.
The
actors, you know.
I didn't think the ending to Black Panther was very good, or the fight at the very end. I didn't enjoy it because that other guy. What was the other guy? What's the guy who took over as the baddie? I thought he was quite good. It's just showing me he didn't he could have had a different ending, couldn't they?
Yeah. But, that's me and Paul have been quoting that line on everybody's live stream. That's a great line. One of the best lines in Star Wars.
Yeah. It was a great montage at the end of Endor, wasn't it? That was really. And I was right. I knew that guy was a spy. Knew he was a spy because Rick said it.
If you've got ginger hair in the Empire, you're a spy. Yeah, like Hooks.
Right.
Like Hooks. Yeah.
I'm all right.
I'm back babysitting in Toy Story. Oh no.
Hi Andy, nice to see you. Good show last night, mate. Good show.
It was a good show.
Buzzer.
One of the greatest animated shows ever. Here we go. Looked amazing. Up there with X-Men. Right. Okay, so it's that good.
Yeah. I think
Batman. They talk down to kids. That was right. Yeah.
Batman animation was probably the number one for me. I think it was better than X-Men. I didn't really watch the X-Men cartoon.
Yeah, kind of in and out of the X-Men. Yeah.
Oh, it's Cameron. Hello.
Cameron. Hello.
Hello.
Have the perfect balance of being both for kids and right. So is it worth me watching then? Is it worth me sitting down and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the
first series. First series is great because then they introduce Batman, Robin later on, which but first series.
It was the first time you saw Lobo on screen as well.
All right.
You had the Lobo episode using 2 episodes.
Right, okay.
There's some really good episodes. I like the films they did as well, the animated films. Mask of the Phantasm.
Everybody loves to swim.
And,
that was man.
That's Plastic Planet.
Hi, mate.
Nice one.
Yeah, Nick, I think Nick's watching it for years. Yeah, he commented on my videos a while ago, Nick Nack. Yeah. Another guy we've got to get. We keep saying got to get on. Yeah.
I'd love to have him. I like his setup, you know what I mean? And he's got toys and he has this screen that goes round as well at the top, like another little segment.
Collects a bit of everything. Collects a bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's great to be. Oh, I've lost the chat. Where's it gone?
Rob Gilbert's growing pains. Rob.
Oh, there we are. Crikey, we're down the bottom here. Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep close to it as much as possible.
No, that's all right. It's all right. We don't want someone like Chris Smith having a go, do we? So, if he's not even here, he's not even here. He doesn't come on to the next hour, does he?
Oh, here we go. So Peter's got Ed 5, Darth Rock, and Sci-Fi on. Wow.
But
it's 11 feeling time, or is that 11 hard? Well, there's 5 different time zones in there with everybody else in the
chat. That'll be in about 12 hours, yeah.
It's funny that because I always think that when I write USR now as well, I always do Eastern time and UK time, but we met so many people across the world. Can you imagine you have to write everybody's time zone for a week?
We're on at some point in the day.
Yeah,
Channel 4. Cheers or Roseanne. Yeah, Roseanne was on as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, Roseanne.
Yeah. It was always a Friday, wasn't it? Friday was a big deal, wasn't it, for TV?
People were staying in back then, weren't they? So now it's.
We're going to be talking about that.
I third my life. A sunset I will never see.
Yeah.
Brilliant line.
Hey, Brett.
Oh, yeah, Brett. Brett.
Hi.
Hi, Fellovians. Hi.
Well, yeah, I wonder if it will be. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe it will. I don't know.
He'd be an awesome part of the Rebel Alliance, wouldn't he?
He would.
Oh.
How many more episodes is there to go now, though? How many more is there?
2 to go. 2.
I think this one is going to be when it's finished. We're going to be left wanting more.
Yeah. They're going to leave it on a cliffhanger. I don't know if they're going to be extra long episodes. They might be. They might be extra long because there's 2 to go. Because I thought last night's was quite short compared to a lot of them, but they're usually about 45, 50 minutes.
All right. The one that just almost about 40 minutes, wasn't it? So I think it's the best one we've done by a mile.
Yeah, so much character and action. Characters, so the actors in it are just amazing. So they get some good lines and stuff. Yeah.
Just drop me cup not on your laptop.
Yeah.
Maybe mine is
probably all over his movers. I've made a King Strong. Dino, how you doing, buddy?
Matt, why so down on Robin? His figure always sells out first. That's right. Robin's like the Boba Fett of DC world, isn't it? Every time you look at Robin, it sells.
Boba Fett.
No, I've always liked Batman on his own. I've always liked Batman on his own.
Holy smokes, Matthew!
So I'm not keen on the '60s series, really. I used to like it, but yeah. I just think when I see Keaton, I think original Batman because that's what it's based on. It the animated was kind of on the Tim Burton Batman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who's your favourite Batman? Who's your favourite one? If you had to pick one out of all the ones you've seen, including animated, who would you say your favourite Batman was?
Oh, really hard. I do like Affleck. I do like the Affleck Batman.
Yeah, Ben Affleck's good. I didn't mind.
I think Keaton still.
Yeah. Sorry, that one.
Yeah, I still think Batman Returns Keaton is, still the best.
Yeah.
I liked him. In the Snyder Cut, I liked him. In the first Justice League, I thought it was rubbish, but when I watched the Snyder Cut, and it was like a 4-hour cut, he was much better in it. I thought, he's awesome. So, but Patterson, I think, did a great job.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it. People say it's too long, the Patterson film. They say it's boring. I'm like, what?
No, I've only just recently seen it. I thought it was fantastic. Really nice, slow
Penguin. What's the name playing the Penguin? It's just unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah,
playing that
really good.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it. Really gritty, more realistic than probably one of the most realistic ones.
Yeah, a bit where the car starts out the very first time you see the car starts out. It's just amazing, isn't it?
I think it's one of the nicest cars, that new one as well. I think it's because it's you can tell he's just become Batman, so his car's not all deck. It's adding pieces on to it.
Basic,
like that.
Basic, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, the Tonkanator. Oh, that's the yellow Devastator. I don't think you can get it. I think you can only get it in Walmart, can't you? It's basically it's basically this. But Tonka toy, Shabby.
Yeah.
I had a Tonka truck.
Yeah, it's basically Devastator, but with all the.
They've painted it.
Yeah, and it's yellow Tonka, and it's got the Tonka branding on it. So,
is it official Transformer, or is it a copy? Is it a knockoff?
It's an official. I think it's an official one. It's Tonka
Hasbro.
Right. So yeah, there's so many Devastators.
We forget, don't we? Because Tonka made a lot of the Star Wars toys for Hasbro.
Oh, they did, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I have a Tonka Millennium Falcon from the 90s.
Yeah.
I never knew Tonka had anything. I've got 3 shells I've got 2 full Falcons. I've got the original one and then one from the 90s that's full, and I've got 2 or 3 more just shells of them. And one of them, every time I see them, even they're like a 5 or a 10 or a 3 shop, I just pick them up. And you never know to find parts of them and do them up. But one of them says Tonka, and I was like, Tonka? Yeah. I never knew Tonka did Millennium Falcon. So, and it's exactly the same mold.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Look who's here, lads.
Ooh. Evening.
Ooh. It's hard to look at that name now. I can
smell those hardbacks from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can smell them.
Wash your hands soon.
Yeah, white gloves when you open the pages. Yes.
Who's going to get the first video out?
Well, it won't be you, will it?
I've had toast, but we've played Spectrum
unless you can play a game with it.
No, it's in black and yellow, and then that's it. Do you know what I mean?
It could be my Star Wars Return, It could be
please.
I've got
Brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't do a video last week. I just couldn't be bothered. I'm doing this. I'm doing this Gamerian card thing, so I'm doing this.
Well, I've got a video coming tomorrow. I've uploaded it today, and it's coming out tomorrow. So I've got a video out tomorrow. But I also got this.
More stuff Shabby's got sent. Is it one of those videos?
Shabby gets stuff.
No,
Shabby gets stuff.
Shabby gets stuff. No, tomorrow is something that me and Lucy got. So we're going to do that tomorrow. Right. But then Jason sent this, and then I'll do another video up there. So I've got a few coming out this week if I've got time. So I haven't done 2 videos in a week for ages. So I'll see if I've got the time this week to get that out. But Smith had it on sale for 76. They are. Ooh. 76 for a Transformer.
I went to Smith's last Saturday and it was just walked in and walked out, kind of a bit upset, really. They've got they've got those new McFarlane figures in Smith's, right? Doesn't make sense. They've got the Batman, but they haven't got the vehicles. I'm like, where's the vehicles? The little bat plane and the Superman. And then they're not. Oh, we're not selling them. Well, why not?
Rows of the vehicles. You can't. I just picked that one up. I've been collecting them, and I just got Darkseid.
Yeah, but I went into Entertainer, and they had the bat plane there, and I should have picked it up. It was only 20 quid.
20 quid.
Little, only diddy there. The box, isn't it? It's tiny.
I don't think I'll take them out of the box because I don't collect DC, but I thought I'll collect something else. These are only a tenner. So I thought every time I go to Walmart and get the shopping or do something else, I'll just pick one up.
I was thinking I was going to buy it and respray it back to like black. You know,
that sounds
consider
like
it. Yeah.
Oh, Matt says, I think all collectors have bought something good to the Batman. Well, they have though, haven't they, to be honest? Everyone from Adam West to George Clooney, I suppose. Everyone's brought something to it. Same as Bond, though, isn't it, really? Everyone brings something to it.
Have you watched any of those black and white Batman TV series? Have you ever watched any of that?
What, from the 50s?
Yeah, like the very early Batman. Yeah, they had
his mask was down here, wasn't it?
Yeah, really
folded off. I saw him there.
It's a bit of a more like Fat Man than Batman.
Yeah, I have nipples. I wasn't really. You know what I mean? I never. Well,
George Clooney, wasn't it? The Clooneys.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, never watched that film ever again. So
yeah, Val Kilmer was.
Val Kilmer was brilliant. Yeah.
He wanted to. He couldn't. He was restricted. He was saying in this documentary that he literally was stood on set like that, and he couldn't move left or right.
They all got the Batman, the pose, haven't they?
Yeah,
because they can't do a lot. Yeah.
No Batman animation show, no Harley Quinn. Did she have her own? Oh, I thought Harley Quinn was introduced in this Batman animated TV show.
The Batman animation, no Harley Quinn.
Because I know she started in the early 90s, wasn't it? Harley Quinn was Paul Dini, wasn't it? That I knew that.
No, I can't remember.
G'day, lads. G'day, Jason.
G'day, Jason.
G'day, Jace. How you doing, buddy?
Rolando's here. Hi, Rolando. Marco. Hi, lads. What about
Marco? Hello, mate.
Oh, Marco, I want to say he was watching my Spectrum live stream the other day, and he asked for a game. By the time I got to play it, he'd gone. So I did play it.
Oh, that's unloading. Is that what it was? Turning the cassette over.
Yeah, I did play it.
Yeah, I'm not pre-ordered that figure. It's sold out, didn't it?
I'm bored of Boba Fett figures.
I am.
had so many.
It looks really good.
It did. It's the Return of the Jedi figure, and I was like, do I really need it? Another Boba Fett? I don't.
So this is the thing about the Crown. How much was it? $35, I think, over here with tax. $35.
If I see it in a shop, I'll grab it. But I'm not making.
No, I'm not doing it anymore. I've said that 1,000 times. I agree with you. These pre-orders and stuff for me, I bought my last 5 or 6 Black Series on sale or finding them on cheaper, and so I'm just going to do it like that from now on. This type of money, I think it's ruining it really because things are just going so expensive.
Yeah. Well, I got the problem is my debit card expires New Year, so if I pre-order anything, I've got the hassle. I've got the hassle of trying to sort my card out. So what's the point of pre-ordering anything? Because I don't think Star Answer figures you can go in and amend it. So I've looked and I'm like, oh, what's the point? I'll just wait. I can pay for it probably, but yeah.
I don't know. I've ordered the Black Series Luke Mandalorian because obviously that's my favorite character, and the retro collection one. But then I thought I'm not doing it anymore. Oh, and also She-Ra. She-Ra's on its way. They introduced She-Ra from Motor Origins again, and I wish I hadn't ordered it. And then it went up to like $60, $70.
What did I see the other day? They're doing in a He-Man style. Is it some Mattel Creations are doing? Is it the big plastic? What was the big plastic toys they had out in the 70s that everyone likes?
Shogun Warriors.
Shogun Warriors. They're doing Skeletor and He-Man.
It's Super 7 doing them.
Oh, is it? They're doing them in a big He-Man and Skeletor style, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a collection? I never had any Shogun Warriors.
No, never saw in this country. Never saw.
Didn't know. Didn't know what they were really.
That's a good point. Jonathan makes. How does the Patterson Batman hold up? Well, I've seen it twice and I've liked it, but I don't think I'll watch it again for a while. So
once you know all what happens, all this mystery, I suppose it goes.
I just like watching it for the car chase and
I like it that it's a bit darker and a bit more, you know what I mean? Not monotone, but it's a bit slower. I kind of like it. I like the way.
Yeah, a lot of people said it's a bit long, but I think it's just right. That was the last film I've seen in the cinema.
The Batman one. The last film I'd seen in the was Minions: The Rise of Gru. I took my little boy in the yaps.
I watched Black Adam like a couple of weeks ago. That was all right.
Did you enjoy that?
It was all right. It was a bit
right.
It was a bit of a CGI fest. He does play the Rock, but a bit more deadpan, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm not. I thought that guy was going to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he just let me down. So I just didn't like his.
Oh, come on! But The Rock is the nicest guy in Hollywood, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's not what. Oh yeah, I was expecting because he did a film. He did a film when Arnie does a cameo in it, and it's the one with Sean Williams in it, and he's like a bounty hunter, and he goes to the jungle, and Christopher Walken's in it as well, I think. It's got a different name in America than it has over here, and Arnie's in it for like a second. He walks past him and it says he slaps him on the back and says, "It's all yours, kid," or something like that. He says, and it's like passing of the baton.
Oh, right.
And he then just not the films because I don't like the Fast and Furious films either. So I'm going to get.
I like is it Shaw and Hobbs, the spin-off?
That was good.
I like that.
No. I've only seen the first one.
I think I've seen the first, probably about five. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
I've seen the first Fast and Furious, and that was it. So
I've watched him, but not all of them. These KOs, you've got some chaos, haven't you? KOs.
Every KO I've had has been fine.
Yeah, they're all really good, aren't they? Usually,
apart, to be honest, some of the joints are tighter than they were when you bought them brand new as a kid. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with KOs.
Yeah.
That devastating KO.
Jason will be here next week. I've got him and G-Force for Thanksgiving. So G-Force and Jason.
Oh yeah, it's Thanksgiving. We always forget Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving.
We're all right though because Thanksgiving is always the last Thursday in America in November. So we don't do ours.
Double Christmas, isn't it? It's just an excuse to have Christmas twice, isn't it? Really, brilliant. Gotta have Americans have it twice.
Hiya, pal.
Oh yeah.
Kenneth Parker was bought by Tonka, and then did they sell it to Hasbro? Then they must have done. See, you lads are very clever. I would love it. Because I don't think they didn't have figures with Tonka on it, did they? Or did they?
No, they only had the vehicles, if I remember, especially the Falcon. Because I've got I think I've got the one with Tonka written on it. The box. Yeah, there's some like. When they re-released like the figures in was it in Italy? I think they got a weird name in Italy. The figures, it wasn't Kenner or something else. GI something.
Oh yeah.
Hey, talk about Italy. Did you watch Leicester Vintage Toys thing?
Yes, brilliant.
No, where are they? What they've gone to Italy?
Yeah, they're doing a European tour now. So I think the next one's in Italy because that was part one. But they're going to Belgium, they're going to France, they're going everywhere. But it's so interesting. That guy's basement. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's not here, but when they went in underneath that shop in that guy's basement, I was like, what has this guy got? That guy sells at the NEC. He travels all the way from Italy and sells a stall there. And because I reckon I went, oh yeah, I saw you at the NEC the first time. Like not when I went just recently, the one before. He sells. A lot of the guys travel and they sell there. So and I'm sure he sells there. Yeah. So, yeah. Matt, when's your next video out? Oh, not this.
Not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday. I haven't finished it. I'm pimping my Gamorrean guard, so I've got to do a bit of. I'm waiting for some material to turn up, do a bit of stitching. So I might get it in a week.
Here we go. Matt, what can we send you apart from well wishes? Well, you can buy the electric bill. You can do the gas bill.
Get some.
Send me some of those.
Send us some candles.
What was those pineapple sweets that I saw? What was those
pineapple
sweets?
I got
Shabby got. What were they called, Shabby? What were they called?
Oh man,
you remember? You must have
sours.
Yeah, they were nice.
Yeah, they look nice. Yeah,
that crumble was nice.
What's Tim Tams? Is it Tim Tams?
Penguins. The penguins.
The penguins. Oh, that's nice. But yeah.
But the nice Australian chocolate is different. It's not as sweet as ours. You know, ours has got that real smoothie. But I was asking Ed, and Ed said they do it that way, or they do it in a certain way, so it doesn't melt in the stores, which kind of makes sense. You know,
something from Australia. You can't, something Australian. Yeah.
A kookaburra. Send us a kookaburra.
Shabby, send us a koala.
That's right.
Kangaroo. Scott Crusher just did talk about Australia. He just did a video going to Melbourne And he went with the Keep On Collecting lads. What a video. Honestly, chat, if you haven't seen that video by Scott Cushy yet, watch it. It's brilliant. Because we go to this big place in Melbourne, and usually because we hear of all the Australian lads, there's not that many toys over here and all that sort of stuff. But this vintage shop they go to was packed full of stuff. It was awesome. So that's a great video.
Surprise us, mate. Surprise us. Send us something. Yeah, whatever. We'll be appreciative. Whatever.
He sent me that Steve Irwin figure.
He did, didn't he? That's Australian. You couldn't get more Australian than that.
I love that. And like I said to you before, it wasn't until I'd finished the video that I realised there's a button on the front and you press it. It's like, crikey, I'm in the Australian zoo.
Crikey.
I had to put it back in. So
his lad's quite famous now, isn't he? His son is quite
isn't he?
Yeah, you get all the girls chasing after him.
Sounds just like him as well. Sounds just like him.
Yeah, because I think he goes to America and does the. Does he do one of the shows in the evening? What's the big talk show in the evening? What's the one? What's the guy who used to be? What's the actor? No, not James Corden. No, the other one. The actor that he used to be an actor. He did a couple of films. Fallon. Yeah, Fallon. Is it Fallon?
Fallon.
Yeah. He goes on there. He goes on there with like a lizard or something and scares him every time. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
And you're getting James Corden back in April, so yes.
Oh, he's been upsetting everyone, isn't he? He's been upsetting everyone in America, isn't he?
See, and you also know, why does Shabby hate James Corden so much?
I don't like him either.
Now you know, I've never liked him. Never liked him. Right?
He's a traitor.
I just something about you. There's some people in this, like Ryan Gosling's face. I can't stand Ryan Gosling's face because his eyes are just
too good looking. He's just too good looking.
Yeah.
I like Ryan Gosling. I always like his films. He's
pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Coming very soon.
Very soon. Yeah, Ryan Gosling. Is it Nice Guys? He did with.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
He's brilliant, and that's for the best acting I've seen. He's an absolute idiot in it.
That bit where he falls asleep in the car and there's the bee in the back and he's dreaming. That's fantastic.
I'm waiting for my local library to get one.
Excuse me, have you got the Kenner book?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, always need another set.
No, you don't.
They just come out too close together, Tez. It's like I remember the foil one, the San Diego Comic Con, which was this figure. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now, we've had it in Black, we've had it Return of the Jedi, we had the Droids one a couple of months back where it came in about
it's the Droids one, isn't it? Yeah.
The Book of Boba Fett ones where they was older, and
I don't mind that one. I mean, it's different. It's a completely different costume, but
I might. I don't know. I haven't got many Boba Fett's to be honest. So
squeaky. If I see one, I'll grab it in the shop. But I'm not liking it. Yeah, I think it'd be
slap in the face for collectors.
Oh. I didn't even pre-order the Biker Scout. I didn't even pre-order that. Didn't even bother.
I wasn't going to pay for that. 35.
There'll be loads.
Something like that. 45 quid. Not a chance.
I've got Hot Toys. I've got a Hot Toys one. I've got a Black Series one, and I've got a vintage one. Do I need another one?
That's what I mean. I've got a loose collection in my shed just full of speeder bikes. And I remember the white speeder bike that came out. Do you remember the one with the white Biker Scout? And it was on
the Hoff one, the Hoff speeder bike. Yeah. All the new one is the bonnet opens on the front. I'm like, oh, why don't they make it explode like the vintage one?
Good point.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so what? I don't understand. Oh, I see what you mean. All the
villains. Some of the not so known villains. Yeah, some of the not so known ones that were,
And Matt, that's a question for you, basically, mate. You'll know that.
Let's get them off.
I've got another ATST today, but it's got paint on its leg. Any idea how to
getting the leg off or the paint off?
Trying to get nail polish remover. Yeah. Now you could.
Is it oil paint?
You could use a bit of. I mean, you could try it. Brake fluid is very good, but it is corrosive. So, but you can
in the chat.
Try a bit of lighter fluid.
You could use the Force.
I'm trying to think what else.
You see, that's why I said talks about not to Tez. Tez's thing is use the Force.
Yeah. So have you tried some caustic soda? That's quite good sometimes. Caustic soda. So dip a bit of that. That's a copy if it's got a metal. So
Brett, you missed out on the book. Oh, Brett, what are you going to do? You're going to be so jealous when everyone gets theirs. You'll get one. I bet they've got some spares. Are they still selling them on their site? Are they still there?
I think so.
I think so.
Isn't Greg and Johnny doing like a cheaper version, like a Star Wars kind of pop-up book?
Mini guide book. We've all got the mini guide book. That was awesome. That's a great book too.
Yeah, try a bit of lighter fluid, Marco. Try some lighter fluid on it. Keep rubbing it with that. It might break it up. Yeah. It gets rid of sticky stuff, so it might get rid of them. WD-40. Try a bit of that. Or what else? It's a stupid one. Try a bit of the old links. You know, your can of deodorant. It's just crazy things I've heard. Yeah, because I've known that to do that with pen. You can use that on. You can use that on. If you've got if you've got an autograph or something, say, and it's signed to you personally, and they've got the autograph on there, you can actually spray. You can spray the picture with aerosol, and it will take the name. So you can take your. So you could just keep the autograph. Yeah, I've tried it. Yeah, but you got to be careful. Do it very carefully.
He plays the Rock in every movie. It's the same. He gets
same. Yeah.
Well,
so it's the Rock.
He's about his outfits as well.
He's just a bit more grumpy in Black Adam, and he's just a bit more grumpy, isn't he?
A bit more moody.
Yeah. I wonder is Pierce Brosnan good in it? Pierce Brosnan good in it?
He's in Doom as well. Is he playing the same character in that as he is in Doom Patrol?
Doom Patrol.
Yeah, that's on. Yeah, we don't get that over here, Shabby. We've got to pay to watch that. It's on,
right. Well, he's on that. So it must be the same character he's playing. It must be. It's got to be, and if it's a DC universe.
Yeah, Doom Patrol is on an Amazon separate channel. You got to pay for it. I've never bothered. So,
that film, is it called Welcome to the Jungle, Matt? With the Rock.
That's it. Welcome. Yeah. Arnie's got a cameo in it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that.
I've got to admit, boys, it's now over $20 in it for a figure now over here. It's on some of them. It's like,
because you got to pay tax, and we're lucky it's all included. We forget about that, don't we?
Well, think about it. If it's not bound for your book, you'd buy more. So instead of walking to a shop and say, for example, you know, they were $15 each or whatever, you'd buy about 3 of them. But being $20 each, you're only going to buy 2 of them. So,
Shabby, if you go into and find a reduced figure, do you still have to pay the tax on that, or they've already reduced it?
No, everything.
Even if they reduced it.
Yeah. So in other words, if I go to Amazon now and it says $8.99, all right, so you press the right now, and then it'll do your tax fee, and it'll be like $12.99.
That's what annoys me as well. Amazon gets so much better deals in America than we get over here. Like people say, "Oh, look at these figures! Look, these figures are cheap," and you go, "No, they're not here. They're not here."
Yeah, do you remember that robot from The Mandalorian? That part where Miggs Mayfield was in that thing, and the robot came up to him.
Security.
Yeah, when he was in the actual, when he was doing something with the time.
Yeah, Republic, the security droid. Yeah, I've got one. Yeah.
$16.99. That's it on Amazon at the moment. That's the thing. For some reason, Amazon's giving them all away. I don't know whether they've had enough of them.
Not that popular, are they? I like that character. I think it's great. That's the one I bought. I see Ned B's out to buy now in Star Action Figures. He's deluxe, so he's 31.30. Ned, Kenobi, the droid, the yellow droid.
Yeah. Have you just collected those Star Trek Playmates, the new ones yet? And if anybody else in the chat,
I've seen them at the NEC. I saw them at the NEC, and I picked them all up, and they're nice. The card backs are lovely, so definitely the Kirk and the Spock.
Next time, Marco, there'll be a video out.
Sorry, Tez, you had to go to sleep. What time was that? Was it midnight you were doing that stream, Tez?
I was sat there in the kitchen, everybody gone to bed. I was playing some Specky games, and I thought, I might as well go live.
Yeah.
I've done that loads of times where I'm awake, because Jen goes to bed early. She goes to bed about 9:30, and I'm awake, and I think, should I stream? But then I think, well, all my lads, most of the lads that watch are all in England, so would it be worth doing on it? I've said it to the lads on the Instagram chat. Should we go live sometimes? Because they'd be awesome. There's me. There's Holochronicles. There's Jeep. There's lots of
what you say. Be careful what you say, isn't you?
I remember doing it on Only One Kenobi, so I've got to be careful with stuff like that. You never know.
Don't upset anyone. Yeah.
But no, don't want to rock the boat. Rock the boat.
Rock the boat. We're good. We're not good, and we don't do that here.
Why have they gone silly though? Because, like I said, they're now saving so much money on the plastic and this and that.
Well, because the head bloke said they got to make 50% in profit. He admitted it. They said they've got to make a massive profit now, and he wants more money, so that's why they put the prices up.
Wow. I mean, well, listen, it's business in it.
Maybe as well that there's Putin's war and stuff is putting everything up.
But it started already. Have you seen on Instagram this week where people have taken the new box, like the Halloween clone trooper? There's one guy found it, took it over.
Bright green.
It was a first order stormtrooper painted green, and he was like,
"Bright green."
Yeah.
It's already.
Why would you bother painting it? Why would you go to effort? Just why would you do that? Just chuck a figure in. They're not going to care, are they? At Walmart or
I'll tell you what, and I said this since the very beginning. You could take a pair of socks you've had for 2 years back at Walmart, and they will not. They're not.
As long as you got the receipt. As long as you got the receipt.
No, Matt, you don't need the receipt. We took loads of stuff back without the receipt. They're like, no, because they can scan it on your phone, or they don't care. They're not bothered.
If I can. Used toilet paper, you take that back. On it.
Hey TJC, hey pal.
TJC, hello mate, how you doing?
It was excellent. Yeah, they do a really good job, them lads. It's really good.
Yeah, they got some kit, haven't they? They got some kit.
I was asking the lads as well, how big actually, because I've never, when you look at Leicester Vintage Toy Shop. Over here, it looks, when you watch it on the screen, it looks like a big shop. Is it a big shop, or is it only a kind of relatively small shop?
No, it's not a massive shop. No, it's not very big. No, it's standard sort of size shop. I think it's got it out very decked out very nicely. But yeah, you can walk. You could just walk around it in a couple of seconds. But it's got so much stuff packed in. I think.
Oh, see.
Kangaroo meat. Yeah, I'll have some of that. Cheers. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't even that when the first Black Series one came out. It was £25, £24.99.
Well, I was looking the other day, and someone out of basement was showing something. They were talking about prices, and they said for 8 years, Black Series was at £19.99 for 8 years. So suddenly, why 8 years it stayed at one price, and then they suddenly jumped it now, haven't they?
Well, the thing is, they do it every 6 months now. Every 6. I mean, obviously, we buy them, Matt.
I think it was their plan just to if we get these guys all addicted, we'll keep it up something for how many years, we'll keep, and then that's it, and then they will just buy anything we put the price up.
So, and we will, and we know that.
It's going to get too much. They're going to lose. They're going to lose. They're going
to lose so many people. Well, I've said I'm not going to buy them.
They're losing the fans with the films. But the hardcore fans.
We've just been talking about you, Scott Crusher. Hiya, pal. We've just been telling all the lads to watch your video. It was awesome. It was really good. You and the lads that keep on. Them lads that keep on collecting. Lovely lads.
I picked up Ayla Shakur and I just went, I'll put her back. And I picked up the Darth Maul and I just went, nah. But then I did pick up the new MiGs and I did look at, I think Tim was actually there when we were looking at it. It was like Echo and I went, it looks like a baby. It looks like a baby with a beard, and I'm like, nah, I just don't want that.
It's like a baby with a beard.
It did. I just didn't like that mix. Just like, no.
No, I don't know. I mean, this is the problem for me though, because you watch these sort of streams back and you hear yourselves pissing and moaning, but you buy them anyway. Do you know what I mean? I'll just get it.
Yeah.
But you change though, Matt. Do you not think you don't look for him anymore? Like hunting for it. Oh, I've got to pre-order that. I've got to get that.
Yeah, it's too much stress.
Yeah, obsessing over it as much.
Yeah, I think I used to be on in-demand Star Action figures every day. I would check them 3 or 4 times a day, lunch and everything, to see if they put anything up in stock. And they just don't they? I don't. So no. Dave, Dave. Yeah, I'm not anyone. I'm not going to the Toy Fair tomorrow. As what's the name? Race course. Not going. So no. Sandown. There we go. Sorry.
Sandown.
Yeah, I don't want to get stuck on the M25.
Dave.
Being some oil protesters out there. I know they said they've stopped, but I don't trust those bastards.
You can join them. Now.
What did you just say? The language test. The language.
They are absolute. Yeah.
Why is that? Why are they like that?
Because they're blocking people getting to important things. People have had to like miss funerals and things and getting their
like I missed a funeral. Yeah, I heard
I don't want to get a thing, but I said, why don't they just go and get some inflatable? Why don't they get an inflatable bouncy castle and get a tranquilizer gun and just shoot them out of those things?
Tranquilizer gun
and then fall out. They can pick it up, chuck it back of the van, and they can open the M25 back up.
M25.
Yeah. I don't hang it around. We've got to close the whole thing.
The chicken soup on
we shouldn't get political on here. We shouldn't
things as well. I don't know, but they could be right. I mean, in 20 years' time, I could be just doing this streaming, and we could all be underwater.
Yeah. Like in Blade Runner 2049, where everywhere's just got solar panels. All the fields have just got solar panels. Yeah, and nothing else. It'll be like that. Yeah.
I have a little miniature house in the back of our land back here, and it is just full of boxes. Yeah. It's full all the way up to the brim. I had it in the old house, and I brought them here. And all my loose stuff. I've got tons and tons of loose Star Wars and loose vehicles, and they're all in boxes. And my complete set of Force Awakens, my complete set of Rogue One, except for the attacks. I didn't want to spend that type of money, but yeah, it's all in my shed. But do you lads have anything like that? Anyone in the chat? Do you have somewhere else besides your toy room where you store stuff and keep stuff?
Oh, I've got my loft.
I've got a lot. I've got a few in the loft.
All my boxes are up in the loft. All my box stuff's up there.
Stuff in there.
Well, do you actually do though? Because I've always done that thing. I sold, as you know the story, I sold a bunch of stuff, all the Power of the Force stuff I had, and little toy, like 12-inch things and that. I sold it all to a toy shop about 5 or 6 months ago. But do you ever do that when you look at your toy collection and you think to yourself, well, that stuff I've got in storage, I might replace after, or is it just because that's what I won't do? All them loose Star Wars figures. And if I had something like Only Ones where it's all on those shells, dead cool, dead nice, you run out of room, don't you? So
I guess you could, circulate your collection a bit, couldn't you? You could,
yeah. Do what John's done, isn't it? Do what John's done. He's got it. He's put it everywhere in the house now, isn't he? So yeah. You could get some nice display pieces, Shabby.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but it's hard. It's like I say, there's like there's full set Resistance figures. That cartoon that came out, I loved those figures on that car, but they're stored away. Black Series 3/4 inch stored away, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? I just don't know.
Why don't you? Why don't you have a shelf? Pick a shelf at the back there and keep it empty, and then just like rotate your collection. Get a box out, and then this is going to get sad, but get a box out, and then next time you put the old stuff away in a box, you write on the date when you put it away. You grab a box, you go, oh, I've already had that out. Right, I'll leave that and grab another box. It's got no date on it, and go, all right, I'll put that out. Do something like that.
You've changed your room a few times, Matt. You change it here and there. And you put that shelf of Hot Toys.
Yeah, I've changed these around. I lowered it because I've sold a few of them to get me Hot Toys. Yeah. But I mean, it was getting a bit high. I was a bit, So
how easy is that for you to do, though, Matt? How easy is it for you to go, you know what, I'll sell it? Because I know our size bought a few things off you, and some of the likes.
Yeah, so I bought some bits off me today. Yeah. Just easy. Certain things certain things that some of the vintage I won't sell, but if I really want to collect something else, and I got the ability to by selling something, I will. So nothing anyone sent me, anything that sent me gifts wise, I've kept. But if I bought something myself, I can just. I do like a bit of ducking in, selling stuff. I like doing a bit of the Odell boy. Wheeler dealing. I like it. So it is a task now because I refuse to use eBay. I was a massive eBayer. I've got a couple of thousand. Got over did I get over 2,000. My feedback was pretty high. And I was buying, selling stuff all the time. But now, after they took away PayPal from eBay, that was it, mate. You're not having my bank.
So have you never gone back to PayPal and only? So what do you have to do?
Well, you can buy stuff on eBay. You can buy stuff on eBay with PayPal, but you can't. When you sell stuff, you can't receive it. You've got to go to your bank. Right. And I refuse to give PayPal that money, so my bank details. So.
Get the kids out of the room.
Facebook now.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups.
Yeah.
You have to pay state tax on everything you do, mate. You have to pay for
crazy, isn't it? It's all added in for us.
Especially when I got here, because it's like when you were at home and you had like 99p in your pocket. You know that when you buy something for 99p, it's 99p. But really, you don't.
Is there any states you don't have to pay the tax in, or anything? Is there,
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's already states that are built in tax, but I can't tell you offhand.
Yeah, built in.
The last three states it's always done. Virginia, North Carolina, they do the same thing. So
that must be confusing because you take your $20 and then you've got it's 24.
Well, you're like, it's like when the attorney playset they said was $550. It was never $550. When it was tax and shipping, it came to $649. So that's $100 more than what they actually said it was.
Yeah. And that's stay with the tax.
It's the tax that gets you.
Yeah, but you guys in the States, you don't pay like things like road tax and
MOT. You don't have to have MOT, do you?
No, you do, but it's. No, it's called it. Well, I can only speak for North Carolina again because every other state does it different. We have what's known as an inspection over, and it's like $15. That's your MOT, and your engine light could be on, and they're not bothered. Do you know what I mean?
Could be a hole for the bottom of the car. I guess they're still not bothered. Yeah,
But I remember I had a BMW 3 Series in England, and the road tax every 6 months was £273 for me because I had to get my license again. And they said, because you're a new, and the amount of times I went through it with them and insurance, because you're a new driver. I said, I'm not a new driver. I said, I've been driving since I was 18. Then obviously I went to America. Then I had to, I've passed my test 3 times. 3 times.
What, so you have to come back and do it again? If you
again. So in other words, if I left here right now and came back to England, even though I've been driving, I've had 2 licenses in England. I did the first time, went to America. I had to come back, get it again. But it's the same for America.
Have you kept your original UK driving license? You still got it? You got it. You got the card.
The card. Yeah, I'll show you. It's right here. Hang on.
Yeah, well, be careful. Don't anyone. Yeah, so just be.
That's a Virginia driver's license. So there's a Virginia one.
Oh, look at that picture. He looks younger in that picture, doesn't he? Look at that. Look at that. He looks very young in that picture.
English driver's license. The card.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
And is it out of date yet? Is it in date?
Yeah, it went out of date about 3 or 4 years ago.
Can't you just post it back and get it updated? Yeah.
You can't because you remember the counterpart.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we get your brother, can't you?
But that's it's a bit fraudy that back outside to do it.
But when you renew it every 10 years, I didn't think you needed a counterpart.
When you come over, Shabby, just take size driver's license.
Well, what happens is you're quite lucky because, so in other words, when you leave a country to go to another country, you can use your driver's license for a year. Do you see what I mean? But you get caught or something. So in other words, if you've been there for 2 years and then they stop you, you can say, I've only been here 5 minutes, and they won't say anything. So you're quite lucky. I've never done that because of kids, and if there was ever an accident, so I always make sure I get there.
Do you have to go to the? Where do you have to go to get your license? You have to go to the DV. Is it what's it called?
The DMV.
DMV transport. Yeah.
Department.
Yeah. So, and they just issue American one, even though you don't have to take
a
test.
That would be good. The Andor prisoners set.
Yeah, that'd be an easy set, wouldn't it? 5 figures painted white. Yeah, yellow strip down.
A little bit of orange on them.
Yeah. So someone just said, "Hey, Manga Fandango," and that's a good point because let me welcome in our guest for episode 27, Manga Fandango. Our size here.
Look at this.
I've just been making a dodgy driving license over here to send.
I know. Everybody makes it. Matt's a criminal in real. Oh no, just get your side to do it. It'll be no.
You will notice a difference.
It's me, Shabby.
It's like Luke, isn't it? Luke Reynolds is here. It's brilliant to do it.
APD, hey pal, I just watched your video.
I haven't watched it yet. It was a premiere, wasn't it?
Yeah, because our Luke Reynolds has got a question on Twitter, and for his twins video. Is he doing a video for twins or something?
Yeah,
I was going to ask him something, but I don't think it would go down well. So I was going to ask him if he ever actually kissed if they ever kissed each other's girlfriends.
Oh right, yeah, I thought about asking something like that. But I thought,
swap girlfriends for the night.
Yeah.
Don't be that good.
Yeah. Is that,
I don't know. Have you kissed it? I'm not going to say anything.
Let's just say that when me and Mark were younger, up to the age of 15, we were absolutely identical.
Yeah.
And we used that to our advantage.
Oh, I bet you did.
Right.
Did you compare notes?
Everybody loved me, gran, my mum, everybody.
Well, I'm not listening. No comment. I'm not reading. You know what I mean? You never know who's watching.
Yeah, ex-girlfriends could be watching.
I don't think so.
Anyway, what Biker Scout just said, I agree, because Black Series now is coming up to 10 years, and I think it's starting. It'll have to. It's not going to be up there forever, is it? It's going to come down a little bit. So.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's
bargain bins in 5 years' time.
Oh, you look in Smiths. All the figures are like 12. Some of the figures are £12 now. It's bad. It really annoys you when you buy a figure at full price and you see them at 12 quid or whatever, 17 quid. Or it's
Oh, I'm Madras watching. Yes. Oh, I could kill a curry now.
Oh, they are. So Darren's saying they probably will. Darren, you're right, mate. You're right.
Yeah. Because I everyone knows I don't follow football, but I just say the Shabby. It's quite sad news the other day, wasn't it, about Bournemouth beating Everton, wasn't it, 4-1?
I didn't watch it. I don't know what you're talking about.
What it was again? Sorry, say that again.
Bournemouth beating 4-1.
Oh my god.
We're playing them again tomorrow.
I saw that part. I mentioned it.
Rub it in.
Play what it was.
Hey,
Phil. You ever thought the hair's here? The hair here.
Rolando.
The toys under the stairs. Yeah, you do. It's like Si, have all those boxes still in your room there?
Yeah, but I can't turn this round. It's set up.
Right, so next door to Si, put it on Twitter. Si has got, I must have about 100 boxes right on that wall right there.
Yeah.
The boiler's gone this week, so we've
oh no,
everything out the spare room and everything, and God, it's like bring on the wall.
The wall of toys. If you keep them in boxes, Si, I guess they're easy to stack. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like at the moment, I've nowhere to display anything or anything at the moment, so I just keep them as they all are, and then when we move and stuff, they'll all be out.
Yeah.
Freeing up the Benjamin loft. Everyone does though, don't they? It's like all that stuff, Si. It's not until you get it all out like that when you say to yourself, "God, yeah, how much have I got?" Do you know what I mean? Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. How you doing, buddy?
Go. Reserve rooms, yeah.
It's out of the rooms,
yeah.
Let's have a look. Everyone's saying hello to each other. So, Si, tell us about Kevin Conroy, because I don't know much about him. Was it sad news that today?
Yeah.
What's that? Sorry, Mark.
About what's he called? Kevin Conroy. Is that right?
Oh, it's terrible news. That really sad news. I heard you all talking about it before, and I think the best way for me to explain it to people that have not really followed Batman or DC or the animated series was, if you remember when the Clone Wars came out, and first of all it came out as that 2D show. Now I remember watching it on Cartoon Network, and it used to be split up for about 2 minutes, didn't it? 2 minutes for a little bit, and then later. And it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. And then the Clone Wars series came out, and it was just brilliant. There was fantastic scenes in it. It wasn't just for kids. There's darkness as well as anything else, and that is what the animated series for Batman fans. Do you know what I mean? That continuation of Batman '89. And he fell in love with it. It's a really sad day that Kevin Conroy's passed away today.
Yeah.
He really was. You know, I've been thinking about it today. We've had a bit of a talk in the Culture Cast group, and when you put it into perspective, for Mark Hamill as well as the Joker, you know, these two have played these parts for 25 years. It's
the voice. They are the voices.
Yeah, Mark, him and Mark were good friends, weren't they? They've been good friends. So they've always
Immediately today, Chris, Tez, I just thought of Chris because he's the biggest Batman animated fan I know. Do you know
I mean, Chris has always been.
He absolutely loves that show, and I thought straight away when he heard that. You know what I mean? He'll be more good than anybody, but you know, I've lost a legend today. To be fair,
I think it's that because it's like I said with me not really being in. I saw it today, and everyone was gutted. Everyone was like, "Oh, what a shame!" And all.
Yeah.
Did he start off? Did he do all the movies as well? So all those movies I've seen, like the ones I said before, he did all the Batman animated movies as well as the
TV. Mask and Phantasm, he did, didn't he? And
I remember him returning for the game.
Yeah,
he did games, didn't he?
Is it Sub-Zero? That's one with Freeze in it. Sub-Zero, that's a good one.
Yeah. It'd be the same sort of gravitas if we lost like Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, because that is the voice of Optimus Prime. It's the same.
He was a baddie, wasn't he, for Knight Rider as well? Yeah.
He was. And Eeyore.
Cheers.
Which one's the before and after?
I know. I'm looking at the inside. See the one who's got 4 kids and see the one who hasn't got any. That's how
I'm like Matthew. I like the quiet life.
You've got a couple of witches in your house.
Oh,
Anne-Marie's witch. Yeah, I was going to say that very much. Like
I know.
Practicing witch crime of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Our mum, she's got. I mean, there's a few glass details next to the side there in the full of my mum's collectibles. I think that's where me and Si must have got it from because she's always.
You know, I watch people on here. They're talking about the prices of skiffs and the prices of Razor Crest and this, that, and whatever. Yeah, I've seen my mum pick up dolls for double that money. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Bloody
Oh, here he is.
Hi, Claire.
Well, has got his code for the missus has gone away. Brilliant. Oh.
Not that lucky.
Scarborough.
So what's tomorrow? One of them tomorrow, Matt? Scarborough Sandown, or is that what?
Sandown, Sandown. Yeah, I'm not going to Sandown. There's a little one in. I'm going furthest from, which is Fordham Bridge. They're doing a little one there, so I'm going to go there tomorrow. So it's easy. It's an easy one.
Hey,
Keith.
Lovely to see you, mate. Everybody's turned up again. So, Andor, who would like to start? Don't all jump at once. Do you know what I mean?
Climb.
I burned my life for a sunset I will never see. That just puts the whole series in perspective. That is.
So what do you think it is about this show that works? What is it that works? Because I think 95% of us are all involved in this. We all absolutely love it, don't we? You know.
Can I just say something for that? I think for me, it's for once, and I don't mean this in any geography form, but out of all this Star Wars, for once, this is proper storytelling. It feels like they've got good writing. I don't know the writers, I don't pretend I do, but it feels like they've got a good story behind it, and it's a story.
You've got like people have written Born Identity, and I can't remember. There's a lot of. They've got a lot of good credits behind them, and I think it's. I don't think it's. You can see in maybe not much as it's like Mandalorian, but things like Kenobi, you can see the lawyers have got involved and make sure they're ticking those boxes for diversity and all that kind of stuff. And this doesn't seem to have any of that stuff, and it's I think it's just good storytelling. It's cool, really.
It's got its moments, but it's the drum's not beaten. That's the thing for me. When it's done naturally, like it should be, the drum's not beaten. I think that's what's been good. It's been more story led for me. That's been good about it.
It's more about your everyday It's about your everyday bloke that's a man or woman that's in that universe. It's not concentrated on a Jedi or someone, a villain. It's about just a normal person living their life in the galaxy, innit? And you getting to see real characters.
There's no danger of legacy characters being soiled. You know what I mean? You haven't got that worry when you're watching it.
There's no force, no lightsabers, is there? You're seeing the other side of it.
Josh said it last night, where it said it was you got your legacy character, you got your tiers, you got your Jedi, you've got your, and this is right at the bottom level of they're in the garbage and the life's so uncertain.
Just getting
as a comic book reader, story's quite important to me, and when you've got writers like Neil Gaiman and Alan Moore and Grant Morrison that can put a story within a story and make it like the Watchman says. How many stories you're in between, but you follow every one of them with excitement.
Yeah, you do. Like the and stuff like that.
When you got to this prison scene in Andor, it felt like that, like another story within a story.
Yeah.
I could watch a whole show on that prison.
Do you think it's the seriousness of it? That's why it's working, because they've taken Star Wars seriously for once. Because I know we all like the lightsabers and and all that sort of stuff, but this just feels like it's been written, like what Jason just said. It feels like it's been written properly without throwing something and seeing what sticks.
People can die with an instant, can they? Like, people were like talking, next minute they're just gone, aren't they? They're just no one's safe.
I mean, you've got that sort of. Like with Mothma and daughter, you've got that sort of. It's becoming a bit. I think Rick said it's becoming a bit Game of Thrones, like how the houses, different houses, trading stuff off for a better future, sort of thing. And
did that gangster guy? Did anyone else think? I don't know if it was me. Did he sound Australian to you? That had a weird accent, didn't he?
Well, I was trying to work that out because I don't remember him on British TV, but that was funny you said that. I was going to ask you, lads, is he British? Is he Australian? I don't know where he's from.
I don't know. I've never seen him before, but
South African, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird accent. I don't know if he's putting it on or what. I could upset someone saying he's Australian, but I don't know. I'd have to find out. Look him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good character, though.
But it's funny, because everything's building. It's like now you know why Mon Mothma and her husband are the way they are with each other. They're not, you know what I mean? It's like they're just thrown into it, if you will. And obviously, I don't know what the daughter's issue is, but something's going to come up. But it's really impressive to get these B-class characters like a Mon Mothma or whatever that we haven't seen that much of. Or if she does turn up in something, it's always like for a little 5 minutes and give her a whole backstory.
I think Mon Mothma's mentioned in one of the Rebels episodes as well, and she actually when she actually does a runner, and I think she has to leave her husband and daughter on Coruscant. I think.
Wow, impressive. Impressive, it really is.
I mean, do you think you're going to get like maybe series 2 or like the Emperor coming in maybe at the end of the last episode? Putting the fear of God into Mon Mothma and what she's trying to plan, and
they've got to bring something in.
If there was no big reveal at the end of this, if there was no like Darth Vader or the Emperor or Tarkin or anything, I don't think it'd ruin the show. I think it'd be. I can't see it ruining anything.
It's not about that, is it? You know that already.
That's a good point you made there, though, because I've not sat there in 10 episodes and gone, where's the characters we know? The story's been so good and the tension's been built so good that I'm like, well, where is everybody? Usually like in a Boba Fett one or Obi-Wan, you're always waiting for that character to turn up. And in this, I've not even thought about that. So that's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, there's a distinct lack of aliens, but...
Oh, there wasn't a prison, wasn't there? There was no aliens. It's weird, wasn't it? It's strange.
Maybe that's just like the humanoid prison, and then the next one.
The other prison might have the aliens. They might divide them up. Yeah.
But I think it just goes to show with something like Star Wars that, we all, including Lucasfilm, Disney, and ourselves, we all put it on such a pedestal that these are the sort of people you need doing it. People with experience, people who are very talented, people who know the law.
Script by think tanks and lobbyists, you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. A lot of them.
Yeah, not one joke in that. There's no silliness in it. And in a way, it's kind of refreshing to see something like this, especially. I mean, we all have, like I say, Obi-Wan and Boba Fett, But I knew it because I think the majority of us loved Rogue One. So I thought if they're going to take a Rogue One style kind of show and do all this, the height of the Empire, the birth of the rebellion, it's absolutely fantastic. And the fact that they're not doing any, do you know who this is? And this is like when they went to go and see Saul Guerrero in the last episode. The basically the writers are basically saying they know who this is, so we don't have to go through the. Do you know what I mean? The whole big who he is.
Story of it all.
So I think the volume is for some scenes is overused. Right. I mean, is there anyone in the chat that doesn't like it? You know, I know Jonathan said something before about lack of aliens, but again, I think the story's been so good. I'm not thinking about stuff like that.
And then when the spy went down in the lift, there was aliens everywhere in the bottom of the they were in every shot. There was just get them all.
I've read that it's the least watched, not the least watched series from Disney Plus at the moment that's been Star Wars. But because I think people have, it's boring. It's people are they're not giving it a chance.
You get a lot of Rogue One people saying, "Well, I know what happens. I don't need to see it." But that's just rubbish. It's interesting to see how the Empire works and OSB, isn't it?
I completely agree with that. I mean, we all know what happened to Obi-Wan and Boba Fett, but we all watched that. Do you know what I mean?
It's a clever way of introducing more of the Empire, isn't it? We're getting to see.
Well, something there. I mean, it doesn't have any of the fantasy element of it. Well, what do you think about that?
I don't think it would fit. It'd be a bit jarring. I think this is just.
No, I think the base of the Empire of the first three films, and it feels like the Empire from the first three films. That's more for me. I get the feeling of.
The sort of tech and everybody's British, all the hairstyles, stashes and sideburns.
I love all the 70s like cutlery and stuff they're using in the background and things and hoovers and they're just crazy things they're using to make it look.
That cereal that Thingy's eating. You know?
Yeah, they're
Can you buy those yet?
Yeah, it's Trolls cereal. Is it? You know the troll. What's the trolls with a big hair?
Yeah,
animated. Is it animated? The recent animated. That color. There's like different colors in the cereal, and someone's had to hand pick all those bits, separate them.
Is it Mon Mothma's second marriage? Mon sounds like she's born an elephant. Star Killer's here. Hey, Star Killer.
Star Killer.
Off to work. All right, Scott. Thanks for popping in, mate. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're
well, maybe another thing too. Maybe I don't know what the ratings are on it, if people are watching it or not. But it seems like not as many people are watching it. Do you think it's because of the last two shows? People are like, forget it. They're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do wonder.
Yeah, it's got to be something, hasn't it? But
I wonder if people are just put off from anything Disney at the moment.
Even I did watch a Geeks and Gamers the other day. Just
This is favorite.
While I was on the
toilet. Your favorite.
But yeah, even he slags everything off, and Disney can burn in hell. But he's even enjoying it. He doesn't say much negative stuff about it, apart from there's no aliens. So even the naysayers are enjoying it.
That's a good point. They're doing these little things in these episodes to show you how bad the Empire are. It's like when they got out of the when they stopped swimming and got onto that. It was all burnt. It was all battered, and that's what the Empire had done. And that's what they've been saying in the books for ages. That when the Empire come and they don't need it anymore, they wipe it out. Basically, So you're exactly right.
Oh, do you think Keno's going to come back? Kilo Roy? Do you think Andy Serkis's character?
Do you think he's going to figure out a way of getting off the prison? Yeah.
Or do you think that was his?
You think that when he got put on there, he would have realised that there was water. It's all water based. Do you think when you saw Andor get off his ship, he said that was your last bit of fresh air, and he could see that it was sea behind him. Couldn't he?
That's what he was saying last night on the Andy stream, Honor Chronicles. It was like he sort of like he had those 200 odd days left, and he knew he couldn't swim, and when he was saying that speech down the microphone, it was kind of like his realization is like this is everybody's chance to get off, and he knew
sacrificed.
he knew he might be doomed.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. We don't know yet. The ship might come, and drop ship might come in, and they might take over it. You don't know yet.
Might turn him into Snoke. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know. He might.
You never know. You never know.
Might find a little rowing boat down the bottom somewhere. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw a lot of comments saying how far they would have to swim. I think John was mentioning it. Super awesome on the other stream.
Yeah.
How far they'd have to swim. It's a long way, you know.
So, he's the strongest, isn't it? He's the fittest, but the only one is exactly right here. Yeah, the amount of times, even in Obi-Wan, you roll your eyes, don't you? Like, all right, fair enough. And I've not done it once in this. It's
No.
So yeah, I've got a good point with that. That's a good. There's loads of things that's happened in previous Star Wars that make you go, "What?"
I really like the new sound. They've modified the sound of the blasters as well. It makes it's
really
tingy noise at the end of it, doesn't it? It's a ding. It's like a real people that like sounds and effects.
I'll tell you what they should do. They should put that prison break in Star Wars Battlefront 2, the on the PlayStation. That'd be a great level, wouldn't it?
Or make Battlefront 3 do us all a favour. That's what they should do. Battlefront 3.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if they did introduce that. Yeah, that would.
And he said that still to this day, 17 million people play Battlefront 2. Do you know what I mean? And the way I see that is that they're missing a massive opportunity not making the third one. Just how fans want it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm still playing me and Josh were playing the first one about half an hour before we came in here.
Yeah, I've still got the first one, I think.
Brilliant.
He's not Australian. He's English, Matt. He's English, Jason.
Is he? Oh, well, there you go. Rob, so all Australians. I apologise.
And the Empire doesn't have any aliens in their ranks. So, I mean, where do you think it's going to? I mean, how many episodes is there left? 2?
11, 12,
Yeah,
11, 12, 2. But that's the thing, usually I don't know where this is going, and that's what I like. He's like, I can't wait to see the next one and see, how the escape and where we go.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Our Wednesdays are going to be empty, but then we're going to have, Willow then after that, aren't we? Is it Willow? Yeah.
When does Mandalorian start? February, isn't it?
Next year. Yeah.
End of January.
Well, it's going to lead into Rogue One as well, isn't it? Because you're going to see Anton Merrick, you're going to see that other rebellion guy who told Cassian to kill. You're going to hear about Galen Erso, about the Death Star, because he never actually said what they were building, did it? Excuse me.
No. I guess that might come out in the next series.
Yeah. Well, obviously, there's something.
I'd love to see the Death Star in a less built state. Yeah, like we did in Star Wars Unleashed game. We saw the Death Star, didn't we? That was great.
Yeah.
Oh, and at the start of Jedi Fallen Order as well, they were in that old scrapyard, weren't they, with old pieces here and there and so forth. I was thinking, have they got it from something from there? But no, they didn't. But,
yeah. And Rise of Skywalker, we see that bit at the end, don't we, in the war in the planet. Yeah.
Rise of what?
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah.
I thought, Moxie, no.
What? Yeah, it was from Thingy, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was
in Guardians.
He was Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, he was the dealer, wasn't he? And he's in Batman '89.
That's right. Yeah, good character.
Yeah,
good character.
and Fifth Element. Fifth Element. They make her in the actual.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's the Doctor.
Yeah.
Well, the Holocaust, they did a what is it? A live stream on the best one-liners, and a lot of people came up to that one where Lutheran did that. About the sacrifice of being a rebel and so forth.
Yeah,
and that was one thing, the actual monologue. But the way it looked, I loved it. It was on that thing with his cape flowing. It was all dark behind him. It's
like that bit from The Mandalorian, isn't it? Where in the Book of Boba Fett, where he goes to see the armor again, isn't it? It's that kind of underground platform.
Yeah,
isn't
the belly.
Yeah, the belly of definitely looked like that. Yeah,
really good.
Yeah.
Too many American accents of world. It's an American case.
Some people were saying that they think the rebel, the guy who's the spy, the Imperial guy, might be actually Luthen's son, because they're all saying they all made this vow a long time ago, didn't they? They made us promise, and he was wondering if he could be like his son or something, or a relation. They all could be related in some way.
It's a bit emotional, wasn't it, between them? It's a bit emotional.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh yeah, and we got Bluetooth as well the first time in Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
as well, don't we? Yeah. Bluetooth.
I agree. I mean, people are going to go back and watch. It's like now we're still watching a movie from 1977. Do you know what I mean? So people are going to catch on and watch.
They're going to return.
Yeah, as soon as it catches on, because I think people will. I think people who have not been interested in this are urging everybody to around and say how good it is. So they'll go and watch it, or at least give it a shot, won't they? So, but this thing about it being slow, I've never thought it was slow once. Ever.
I mean, you're going to get what you want. Do you want a good storytelling or a CGI shooting explosion fest where you've got to get the MacGuffin to the thing to stop the thing? I just, it's good script writing. It's really good.
Well, this is what I think Marvel should do. I think when the X-Men comes, not to come away from it because it's relevant what I'm saying, they should do something a little bit different. I think that's what we were saying about an hour ago when we were talking about Marvel and why I'm not going to go and see Black Panthers, because I've seen it. Do you see what I mean? And so when it comes out on like Thor and all, they're awesome movies and I love them and they're great popcorn movies for a couple of hours. But this is what's refreshing about this. They've come away from things we know, and give us something a bit different.
If you had these script writers working on the sequel trilogy, you might have got that scene we all wanted from the sequel trilogy, where you had a scene with Luke, Leia, and Han. That would have been maybe the thought process, because that's what we wanted.
Yeah,
and I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Ryan Johnson's still doing his trequel trilogy, his sequel trilogy.
I doubt it.
That would just kill Star Wars for me.
Don't want that.
No, definitely.
But then again, I mean, you think about when did the Rise of Skywalker come out? Was it a couple of years ago?
2019.
We're coming up nearly 4 years, and I've not seen anything of any of them characters or any spin-off show.
No, I think they're just
zero. And I think they've learned from the mistake. That was a bit of a stain on Star Wars. Whether you agree or not, stain on Star Wars.
The thing is about it, if they bring that back, if they bring those characters back, I'll watch it. Just give me a decent story. Give these characters credit. You know what I mean? Don't just do anything for them.
I mean, I thought Finn was amazing.
Yeah.
In Rise of Scott, the Force Awakens, and then his arc there wasn't an arc.
They sort of like that's why I think he was not happy with it, wasn't he? He was not happy.
Yeah.
So.
He great. And I like the way they do that. It's like that guy when he said, "There's all the money, let's go." And then he shoots. He said, "This is what rebels do," and it goes back to that line he says to Jyn Erso in Rogue One, where he says, "We've all done terrible things. All of us have done it. We're assassins. We're this. We're that." And it's making sense, because I think if we're all dead humble and dead nice, like nobody trusts each other. No one wants to tell anybody anything. I think it's great.
I know. Luthen still does not, even though he's got a spy, he still doesn't tell him that anything about him. He was in charge of doing that, the bank job and all that. He's like, no, I don't know nothing about that. It's just keeping everything. So he doesn't know too much. Everyone doesn't know too much.
When they're in the treasure shop this week's show, was that Padme Amidala's headdress that he was?
Yeah, from episode 2. Yeah, and you've got the Wookiee, and there's the Wookiee headpiece from Revenge of Sith as well. So,
lots of little touches in that gaff, isn't there?
And have you seen the Jedi Guard mask as well? That's in there as well. The Jedi Guards, the mask.
No, I missed that.
Yeah, the one that Kanan, the one Kanan gets when he's at the end when he gets blinded in Rebels. It's the same mask.
That was putting the stones in, wasn't it, from Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
The
I want to see an open world Star Wars game with a plot line in it. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, I liked the last Star Wars game I played was Fallen Order, and I loved it. I thought that was a great game. And it's funny because some of Obi-Wan Kenobi's elements were from that game. You know what I mean? So I thought that's cool. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I've gone and bought one of the Carl Catan games. Was it Jedi Order? I can't remember which one it was now. was an old. It was an old PC game. They re-released it, and now it's on PlayStation 4.
Jedi
Knights, and then Jedi Knights Academy, isn't it?
Academy, yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of them to play again. I played it on a PC so I'm going to play it on the PlayStation 4.
I've got Dark Forces 2.
Yeah, I got Republic Commando, and what was it was the pod racing game, which I've already got anyway. But so I'm going to open them up sometime.
Is Bad Batch Season 2? You know, I've not heard a thing of the Bad Batch Season 2. I've not heard a thing about it.
It's New Year, isn't it? It's New Year.
New Year. Right, okay. Yeah, they did. They said not. But I'm kind of glad they did that we don't know yet, so we can have conversations like this. Like, what are they building? You know, we know it's important because he said it, doesn't it? It must be something important. That's why we're all here. So,
what do you think?
I think it's a Death Star, like outer structure, but then that'd be too obvious, wouldn't it? But you never know, do you? So, yeah.
I thought it would be for the ATATs or something like that, but the more people can see Death Star, it makes sense, doesn't it? That it would be better.
Well, it could be the outer that shield. It could be the main gun because it's curved. I wonder if it could be the whole structure of that because we see that in sort of Rogue One, don't we? Them slotting it in. So,
I wonder if we'll ever find out what they are making. I wonder if we do.
Because in Revenge of the Sith, at the very end, you see the beginning of the Death Star, don't you? You sort of Vader and Tarkin are looking out the window. You see a look at the outer structure.
See, I think they should go more like this, like the Mandalorian and like Andor. Give us characters that we don't really know that much of. When you're doing Boba Fett and only one, and it's like, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't want a Luke Skywalker show me. I just wouldn't want one. I like it the way
you might ruin Luke Skywalker.
Like they did last time with The Last Jedi, and, you know, and like I said, everyone
just enough of Luke, innit? It's just enough of Luke.
This is what I mean. I think they should stick with what they're doing here because then there's no, you know, expectations of us all. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to sit here where half of us feel good about it, half of us feel bad about it. You know, we can have so I think this way of going for Star Wars to me works. You know, I think it's just a lot easier. Hey, John Baldry.
Hi, John. It'd be nice to see Luke appear again in another episode of something. So,
often, you know, not too much.
Marky Deasy. Let's have a look. Luke, my old chum. I think you've got this wrong. This stream looks like a cast of The Last of the Summer Wine review and he looks shy. Well, go and watch your live stream. Should we all do that? Should we all get off?
Yeah, go, Chris. Yeah, let's see yours. Yeah, where's your Chris? Yeah. You get your YouTube channel going and get all these people watching us. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Playing it good. All right.
Brilliant. So, anything else to say about Andor before we move on to something else? Anything else to say?
For me, again, it's just been clever writing, and that's the one thing about the Disney Star Wars that's always let me down. When I looked at the new trilogy, they look fantastic. Everything feels like Star Wars. The suits are amazing, sets, graphics, the lot. But that story time was Monty Python. It was just so stupid. It just was, though, wasn't it? It was just purely stupid, and it just took me out of Star Wars completely. Yeah. But I'm one of them. I don't turn me back on anything that I love. You know what I mean? Let's just hope that the next is well good. You know, it's one of them. You're going to agree. I'm a comic book reader. I've read comic books that are absolute crap, and I've read some of them that have blown me head off. You know,
never turn you back to it, do you? Exactly. That's
like the middle child.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Okay.
Didn't like her, but then go, that's me done with Star Wars.
No, I was the same way, Si. Yeah.
Ridiculous. You know what I mean? Let's just go to the next thing is more for me, do you know?
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
So GeForce likes Wakanda Forever, Matthew. So GeForce.
Okay.
What chance of making a specky video?
A non-specky video.
Non-specky video, yeah. I will make one.
Next year. You'll promise it for next year.
Promise it. Yeah. Listen, I mean, it's easy to sit here slagging off Rian Johnson because, like I said, I won't forgive anybody for what they did in that movie. But they took a chance, didn't they? It just didn't work, did it?
I don't like Looper. I like Knives Out.
He's got his new one out, hasn't he? The new one's coming out on Netflix as well. Brick. He's done a film called Brick.
Brick, yeah. I think
I liked Brick. I liked it. That was the one that said at high school with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I like that film.
Yeah.
He did Looper as well, didn't he? Did he do Looper?
I didn't get on with Looper.
Oh, I loved it, mate. I thought it was great.
I just didn't get it. I got it, but I didn't get on with it.
Yeah, I just didn't think Joseph really looked like a younger version of Bruce Willis. I know
I like the way that they didn't tell you how tiny it just was. Do you know what I mean? They never went into how it worked or anything like that. It was just was.
Yeah, just.
I remember having that one. That Temple Guard.
That's it. That's it. The mask. That mask is in the background. Leaving shop.
I can't see it. What is it?
Am I pixelated again?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
That's even worse.
It's the light reflecting on it, Shabby. So
there you go. How's that?
Oh, I thought it was a Magna Guard. It's not.
No, he's got a very expensive figure there. Yeah, he likes for showing off, doesn't he? Very expensive figure. Yeah. Should get it graded, Shabby. Get it graded. Yeah.
Luke says they are making an open world Star Wars game. They are, aren't they? So that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Imagine we've never been YouTube, right? We've been playing that.
Yeah. Maury Morrison was asked I was asked the other day if he would do any more Boba Fett, and he said just keep an eye out for games. That's all he said. He didn't want to be too. So I think they'll do a Book of Boba Fett game.
They binned off 2 Star Wars games. The one that when the PlayStation 4 came out, there was a big Star Wars game that got binned off, and it was almost complete. And then
that's
13. Yeah, 13. Yeah,
and there was another one as well, wasn't there?
That was a concept Boba Fett character, wasn't it? He looked more like
there was a first person Boba Fett game.
And a Darth Maul game. There was a Darth Maul game. Yeah.
Well, that new game. Does anybody know about that? What's that about? Or
that gone, didn't it? That was weird, wasn't it?
What's that?
You saw that trailer for the Star Wars Eclipse game? It was a big beautiful trailer in there.
Oh God, what happened to that?
But wasn't there something a big hoo-ha about the people that produced it? They were in trouble with something or something.
God no. Travis said no.
Yeah, when they upset the what do you call it, the Q, what are they called, I forgot what they're called now. LGBT, whatever, people someone upset someone. So.
Well, this is exactly what Bike has just said. This is what I mean. I mean, that's the upsetting part to me. You saw him in The Mandalorian, and I thought, he looks fantastic in that. You know, even the first time you saw him in The Mandalorian, where the CGI wasn't that good, he's back, and he's back as Luke, and that was the Luke we all wanted to see. But you know where he ends up. So, and we know that that's canon, and so you're exactly right. It's going to be very difficult for someone like me who loves Luke Skywalker to up it. I don't know, it's only fantasy. I know it's only real, but this is why we love this sort of stuff. You know, we get involved in it. There's people that mean something to us. And
I think it's just leave Luke alone now. Maybe a few appearances. Everyone's still going.
Right, I'll say about this. It is, Mike. It is, and I think I think we're all involved in it. There, it is like a novel or a BBC drama, or I just like it. Now, we want every show to be like this. No, I still like the blasters and the Jedi, and you know what I mean, this and that. But I think what this does is, what this show does is makes them all sit back before they just jump on something and slap Star Wars on it. Give us a story, put some effort into it. Don't just. This character, this is what happens. Next
we've got Ahsoka, haven't we? That's going to be the next series, isn't it? I think. Exactly. Yeah.
And that's got to be more Mandalorian kind of style, the way they've done that. And
the Rebels characters, isn't it? You're going to see some Twi'leks and all sorts. Hopefully,
exactly.
We're going to see Hera.
Sabine. The girl is playing. She's Australian, isn't she? New Zealand. The girl, but she's absolutely gorgeous. So, it's going to be good. You see, I would do a lot of YouTube stream, but I have far more important things like this angular. We wouldn't have it any other way, mate. We wouldn't have it any other way. Those reviews, just resting. We should do series on TikTok. So I didn't ask you all at the start. Has anyone picked anything up? Has anyone got anything to show?
I'm not going to put my app, but Scuba Pete sent me a nice.
Let's have a look.
It's not in Anmar. That's what I've just said. It's not in Anmar.
Oh, I've got anything.
He got me a nice the Atom Smasher from Black Adam, the multiverse figure. So.
Ooh. I got something.
Hey!
I'll be very quick. games you might know.
Oh no.
Rastan, remember that?
Oh,
one?
Rastan, yeah,
Rastan.
Oh, I don't remember that. What's it about?
It's like Barbarian, yeah. Chopping heads off.
Chopping it, yeah.
Have you heard of skateboarding, Shabby?
I have never done it, but yeah. Can you imagine my big ass skateboarding? No,
20. I remember that. I remember that.
Okay, yeah. So
that's the same sort of thing as moving the ball around, isn't it? On the marble kind of thing.
Classics. There we go.
Yeah,
I'm done. Make me small.
Make him small. On program.
On program. I'll be doing a small window the whole life.
Hey, talk about Spectrum. I found out something today that I never knew. It was on Twitter. I don't know whose post it was, but Horace Goes Skiing was actually a trilogy of games. And I never
Horace Goes Skiing, Hungry Horace, and Horace and the Spiders.
Shabby's favourite game, that is.
Shabby's favourite game, yeah.
I liked it, yeah. So I don't know whether you can see this or not, but Chris has just sent me a thing on Twitter.
Oh, no.
I hope my light can show it, but it's us three as last of the summer wine.
Yeah.
I'm Clegg, am I?
So, Tez, did you see this? Ask Tez to do more mashup videos. You should be playing Spectrum games at a small window.
Yeah. Well, I'm reworking my USR trailers this week.
You are. It's great to see you again.
You
forget how good.
Yeah, change my name. Thank you, Chef. Thanks.
Yeah, I changed. I had to.
Bloody Matt has changed his name.
I took all the dates out and took all the guests out we had. And just thought, and then I exported them all, and I was like, I've got to change bloody Matt's name. So I had to do it again.
Bloody Matt's changed his name. Bloody Matt.
Yeah.
I know, because I know only one Nick. He keeps mentioning me in his videos, and he goes, "Oh no, it's not that anymore." Everyone will. Sorry, I'll put it back to the name.
It was still called Universal Shabby Reviews, though.
Yeah, I know. We'll never change that.
Never change that.
No, because my what's the name thing is still Universal anyway. So.
Love the music on Rastan. So was it a good game on Rastan?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's where Tez gets excited when he chops their heads off, isn't it? He was really sore.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Best computer go I'm waiting on is the new RoboCop.
Oh, yeah. It does look good, that the RoboCop.
It's basically all formats. Is that for everything? All formats? Or
yeah, you get it on the PlayStation 4, 5.
So, I always thought we were going to get a new RoboCop film or a sequel, weren't we? We were supposed to get another. Just continue with Peter. We were supposed to have got a new.
We were supposed to get like
the last RoboCop we got was like the Last Jedi of RoboCop, wasn't it? It was awful. It was just.
No one died. All the violence was. I didn't mind it.
No, I thought someone was going to go back and go from one. They were going to continue from one. Yeah. Get Peter Weller to be in it somehow. So.
Well, he's old now. Because with the technology you can have now, you can make him young again.
Yeah, it's just a voice.
It's just that bit, isn't it?
Prosthetic. Yeah, you get a prosthetic face. Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't done
Probably too old to actually walk in the seat, I would say. You might.
Yeah. First person Benny Hill.
You're running around. You can see that.
It's another 4 or 5 years ago yet, Luke says, for that.
27, 28. Oh my God. We'll be too old for that then. Crikey.
Rheumatism in our hands.
I'll be in my 50s nearly then.
So going back to Star Wars though, if you all had to, I mean we've seen Andor now, but if you had to pick a character to do as a series or who would you do? Who would your next Star Wars show be like?
Any of Star Wars, all history of Star Wars.
I thought they were going to do a series about just the droids, like just C-3PO and R2 on their own, like the cartoon. I would have loved to have seen a series like that with R2, just each episode bumping into, just going through their work, before they. It'd been great. So.
Anyone giving their other halves hints for Christmas gifts? Well, I know who this is. So happy anniversary for one, and but it's one of our. This is a nice lady, and we know who she's married to a lot. So I'm not going to say. Well, maybe I should say who it is. His first name starts with Lord, and it might have an M.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's think. What other halves hints for Christmas? What would he like?
Stuff.
He's got bloody everything though, hasn't he?
Some new Star Wars, maybe some new stuff, maybe something new.
Oh, I know what he wants. What he really wants.
Yeah.
A lizard lived on Tatooine and carried stormtroopers. There you go.
A Dewback.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. A vintage one.
Oh wow!
I don't know. He might have got one already, but that was a while ago.
Love Benny Hill. That's one of Tess's favourite games. Yeah. Old school one.
Yeah, I keep saying I want to get the one with Kenobi was on again. That one from Revenge of the Sith. So.
What's this guy Jedi Ewok? Or Bounty on the Revenge of Killing the Empire. To Endor. Endor was a great, and it'd be easy to do, wasn't it? Endor. I mean, those Californian forests are still there, so.
Yeah, nice trees.
Well, for me, I'd like him to do that bounty hunters, something that they always threatened about doing something with the bounty hunters. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to see it.
Yeah, all of them together. Yeah,
and each show is something with a different bounty hunter in each one. From Dengar to something.
Yeah,
and they all get together in the last episode. There's like a job.
With like.
You see, that was an opportunity they missed in Boba Fett, because at the end when they were fighting the Pikes, I would have thought he'd phone all them up more there, and I thought that would have been like Magnificent Seven versus the Pikes. That would have been awesome. Do you know what I mean?
What do we think about Studio Ghibli and Lucasfilm doing a project together?
Oh yeah, that's piqued my interest.
No, what's that? I've never heard of this. What's this?
No, it dropped yesterday. Studio Ghibli, your anime.
Well, that'll be the second part of Visions, won't it?
It's not, because that was Independence. This is Studio Ghibli.
What's the film they did? Was it one with a Hoti umbrella? What is that name of that one?
Totoro.
Totoro. Yeah, he's got a little umbrella. Yeah, I watched that. It's a brilliant film.
Oh, you've got Spirited Away. You've got
Spirited Away.
Yeah. You've got Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke. They're all fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got to
swear. Christian Bale did a voice for that one in that one, didn't he? Is it Howl's?
He did Howl's Moving Castle. He did
Howl's Moving Castle, didn't he? Yeah, I haven't watched that one. I've watched that.
Yeah. I'd be well into, and it's not people are going, I don't like manga. Manga and Studio Ghibli are a slightly different.
Yeah, but the detail in it would be amazing. Just little things you would see on. Yeah.
Do you watch Studio? Have you watched any manga stuff? Shabby.
No. Simon told me to watch Cowboy Bebop, and I'd watched it for 20 years in Psych. And I won't mind, Psych couldn't get them in England 20 years ago on DVD, so I bought them and sent them. And he said, "Did you watch them?" And I said, "No." And he said, "You got to watch it." So. About a year and a half ago, the actual Netflix show came out, and Si said, before you watch it, watch this. And I watched the first 5 episodes, and I thought, wow, man, this is amazing. Yeah. But the one I did like, but wasn't really anime, was Arcane on Netflix. I absolutely loved that TV show. So the next thing this year, Arsuki's magnetic. She watched Bleach and Death Note.
All the Studio Ghibli stuff's on Netflix.
Is it?
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away I've watched.
Ponyo I watched Ponyo with your kids, man. It's a beautiful story. Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Did you do any of those Visions ones? Like Jonathan's just said, they were beautiful. Those Visions. Well, the first one was amazing, but
I think I just like the first one.
What's the one with all the flying stuff? I know there's the one with the piggy, the guy,
Castle in the Sky.
That one. But there's another one about planes and stuff and pirates.
Castle in the Sky.
Is that the one? Castle in the Sky. Yeah.
And it's got Mark Hamill does the voice of Musker in it. It's got flying ships, and they find us. I think
that's it. Pirates as well.
Brilliant. That's my ultimate favorite one.
Well, it's like what Marky D's saying right there about meeting Zuckers, and you're very excited. I don't like it when they do that. It's like when you saw him in Obi-Wan, but it wasn't Zuckers. It was somebody. I don't like it when they do that. Oh, it's him, but it's not him. Like the IG-11 and IG-88. Use the character in it. Gives it more.
Well, Chris Parsons actually played C-3PO as well in Return of the Jedi. He did the scene where they're carrying him on the strap, on the thing. So and Chris Parsons, he was actually, when Leia and Han are talking in Empire Strikes Back and having the argument in the corridor, he passes right between them when they're chatting. He's carrying stuff, so he's got a on-screen chat as well. Yeah, he's carrying something. Yeah, just like Jeremy Bullock, isn't it? Jeremy Bullock in Empire gets you see his face. He's an Imperial officer.
That's what a Jab's Leia in it when Luke turns up. That's them, isn't it? Was it Attack of the Clones? He was also in Revenge of the Sith, where he plays the pilot.
Revenge of the Sith at the beginning. Yeah, he's flying the. Yeah. Has everyone watched that Icons on Amazon? Has everyone been watching that Star Wars Icons?
No, is any good?
It's brilliant
on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. Yeah, Star Wars Icons.
The next thing on Amazon is The Sounds of 007. That looks pretty good. The documentary on all their music. So.
All right. Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah,
you got to watch the Icons. It's got Marsha Lucas in it. It's the first time she's ever spoken on camera. So,
and what's it called? It's actually called, Matt? Icons. So I can look it up.
Yeah, Icons. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have a look.
Brilliant. I haven't watched all of them. I've watched 3 or 4 of them, and they're on. They talk about They talk about all 3, and then they talk about Phantom Menace. So, but the Anthony Daniels has not got some. He talks some stuff, and he's not good about Lucasfilm. Yeah, I think he's been.
Daniels.
Yeah. He doesn't say nice things in it. Certain things.
What about Disney Lucasfilm? Or...
Just about making the original films. Yeah, he's a bit peeved off about certain things as well. So he did get.
Yeah. Baby Greedo in.
Yeah, he was Greedo, Baby Greedo. Yeah, and he was sitting next to Watto, wasn't he, as well, when they're in the race bit and that a bit.
Yeah, he's in the
yeah.
When does Willow start? When's Willow starting?
November. End of November. Yeah.
End of Thanksgiving then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Takes place.
There's a new
Andor finishes, isn't it?
There's a new trailer out, isn't there? They've redone a revamped trailer. I think that's how.
And I also saw the trailer for John Wick 4, which looks.
Oh yeah,
that looks really good. Yeah. And they're filming the ballerina. They're filming the ballerina now, aren't they? The ballerina is going to be John Wick's going to be in that as well.
Oh, that's that spin-off, isn't it? The spin-off.
Yeah, spin-off, because she's doing the ballerina in the third one, isn't she? She's dancing in the ballerina.
And there's also the Continental that's coming, another spin-off. Yeah. What would you say, Si?
I've only seen John Wick 1. I've not seen
I would say 1 and 3 are probably the best. Yeah, 2's not as good.
I can't remember 2, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Good. You can't remember 2. See, it's not as. Yeah.
I see. Look at that. Des T with the knowledge. He's almost Lego Mini.
Lego, yeah.
I bet he has. So John Wick 4 will be awesome. It will. I mean, I enjoy those movies. They're just like what they are, aren't they? They're just action.
They are what they are. Yeah.
They are what they are. So, and that's why I don't mind that. So yeah. That's it, really. Well, what else are we looking forward to? I mean, the Indiana Jones thing. What you were saying, the guy who's directing it, he's never made a bad movie.
No.
I can't see that.
No.
I can't remember what he's made. He's made a lot, hasn't he? What's he made?
Oh my word! What he's made. Well, let me tell you right now. He's made hundreds of stuff. Let's see.
Luke's.
Give me 2 secs, and I'll tell you what Anthony Mangold has made. Let me just put my glasses on.
He's made loads of classics. He's made like.
Has he made any other films for Harrison Ford? Has he done any other ones with Harrison?
It's the whole time travel thing, which.
I don't think that is time travel. I think rumors that's just them looking. Yeah, right. It's like.
So listen to this list of movies: Logan, Ford versus Ferrari, The Wolverine, Girl Interrupted, Copland, Walk the Line, 3:10 to Yuma.
Oh my god! Yeah, my favorite.
He's made Greatest Showman. He's made some absolute classics. So I can't I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's that woman that's in it, that from Fleabag, that Phoebe Waller. I know she's a bit.
Supposed to be a relative of his in the film or something, or a niece or something.
Mutt's daughter.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Apparently, yeah. Life size.
Well, I know they're gonna. I can't wait to see him make him look younger. That's why I'm really interested at the beginning of the film.
What's this one say? Is it set in the 60s or 70s? It's got to be, hasn't it? If he's. I mean,
they go to it's the moon missions, isn't it? Are they getting the moon missions?
Yeah,
68, 69, I think it's set around then or something. Yeah.
But they're doing a series, yeah, aren't they? Doing the Indiana Jones series after
rumored. There's rumors, yeah. Rumors of an Indiana Jones series, yeah.
I'll never forget. I'll never ever forget it. Going to see Kingdom of the Crystal Skull with Arsai. I will never forget it. It's one of my. That's why he's smiling now, right? So the place he's Arsai's favorite movies with Raiders. He loves Indiana Jones. Loves him. And he was going on about Indiana Jones 4 before it came out, like, you know, the second coming. He could not wait for this movie. Anyway, we get there. The place is packed, right? It was heaving. So Arsai sat there, and he starts off the front, and you can hear Arsai going, "Oh no, oh no!" And then there was that bit side with the ferret or something that came out of there.
It's supposed to be the same thing as the Paramount thing. Yeah,
Paramount. That was the bit where instantly I thought, "Oh, this isn't."
Well, that's the thing. You thought it, but Arsai at the top of his voice shouts, "Oh, for sake!" like that, dead loud. He was fuming. Oh,
I think it was the fridge when it went out downhill for me. It was when he got in the fridge.
Yeah, it was lead lined, wasn't it? That was
and it was just like, because I like the chase. I like to go back. We went back to the original.
I like the beginning of the film.
I like the warehouse. Like, wow, we're in the warehouse where the ark is, and then you
see the ark, don't you? Yeah, corner.
And then the fridge.
All that bike scene when they're going through the library and all that on the bike, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then all these monkeys with greasy boy haircuts because it's in the film.
Yeah, the monkey scene was the worst bit. The Tarzan.
All the CGI was sort of like 80s soul glow. It was all like
Marion was totally different. There was Marion Ravenwood was just totally different. It was really weird.
Snake. No, when he's in the quicksand and they throw this, he's like, help, and they throw the snake to get him out. And I was just like, oh.
And every 5 minutes, all you hear is Ray Winstone going, Jonesy, Jonesy.
Double course. I mean, there were bits I liked, but
I didn't mind it. I thought it was all right.
I loved the beginning and that. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah,
I didn't mind it at all. I know it got slated, but I mean, is it one of the top Indiana Jones movies? No, it's not. But this one's not going to be either. I mean, it's going to be good. And like I said, I just read you a list of films that this guy's made. He's not exactly bad in Hollywood, is he? Let's be honest. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, even Christopher Nolan directed The Dark Knight Rises, and you can always have a bad film, and you know what I mean? It's something right about that.
Oh yeah, you've got a good point there. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. I can't. Christopher Nolan did Tenet as well. Oh, screw that movie.
Tenant's great. I loved it. It's
I don't know.
It messes
I
you
can't
up.
understand it. I mean, I'm too drunk when I'm watching it.
It's a Dark Knight.
It's a shame that about Shia LaBeouf, because I think I liked him in the film with Brad Pitt, the war film. What's it called? Glory.
Oh, the tank one. Yeah, the tank one.
The guy's got some talent, but Jonathan's right. He, I don't like it when they tell us who the next
his father messed him up proper good, that guy. Yeah. So he did a film about his father, and he played his father in a film. It's quite interesting.
I watched it. It's called Honey. I watched it.
Yeah, and he shows how his father was and messed him up. Yeah,
it was a good film, that Honey. It wasn't bad at all. So yeah, it was good.
Annoying as hell in the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
He did that other one. What did he do? That one.
They make a TV show because the Indiana Jones Chronicles was good. I used to really like that. Do you know what I mean? On VHS, I'm still.
Look, he did that. He did that one with Carrie-Anne Moss. He did it where he's got the thing, and he's next door neighbor, and he sees the girl move in, and they figure out that the guy the other side's a nutter, isn't he? And he's killing. What's it called? And he's got the thing on his leg because he's got to stay home. Oh, I forgot what it's called now. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Someone I know.
What was he got on his leg?
He's got one of those monitors. He can't leave the house. He
Oh,
does
right,
something bad, and he's got a thing on it, so he can't leave the house in summer.
Oh,
and this
yeah.
girl moves in next door, and he can, it's quite interesting. But then he sees something happening on the other side, and his neighbour's burying people underneath this a bit.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of the film.
So all Luke says, Indy's an archaeologist, all about historical fact that we end up with some Roswell thing and aliens. For me, it's not what Indy was all about. That's a good point, that. That is a good point.
They're not from outer space, they're from another dimension, weren't they?
Indiana Jones works with the Nazis, doesn't it? It just works with the Nazis. It just does.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean. Temple of Doom didn't have the Nazis in, but
that's why they put them back in, haven't they?
Kind of missed it a little bit. It's still a great film.
Well, that's the rumors they've put them back in at the beginning because there's pictures of trains with all the swastikas and stuff on them.
Well, we'll just have to. So this one is like time jumping and all that. It goes back and forth in this new. I don't know. I
don't really know. There's de-aging, so whether that means they're just going to be flashbacks.
There's going to be a trailer soon, though. They'll probably do it in the Super Bowl, won't they? Or probably Thanksgiving.
There was a dodgy trailer going around, wasn't there? Someone filmed it, but it didn't really show a lot.
There's 6 different endings they filmed or something, so I don't know. That's what but that was on Doomcock, so
probably be out at the beginning of the year. I didn't watch the video. I just read it.
Is that Matt? What DTM just said?
It's just it, Dave.
Oh, I've not watched it.
It's good. Yeah, it's a good film of his. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I liked all the original ones. I mean, it's Raiders is something else in it. Let's be honest, it's a great.
Well, you got Short Round in it, haven't you?
Temple of Doom's one of mine.
It was great seeing him back Short Round because I just watched him in that Everything Everywhere All in One Place or something with Michelle Yeoh, and he was in it. So.
Oh yeah, I've got to watch that. Isn't that on?
It's really, really good. It's really good. Yeah, I watched it with Jen. Jen hated it, but I loved it. And then Jude went to the cinema to see it, and he loved it. So I think it's a good film.
Yeah. So different dimensions and stuff. Is it to do with that?
Yeah, it's all about if the grass is green. What else would you do if your life had changed? But it goes into a more of a fantasy kind of thing. But it's very, very impressive how they do it. It's really good.
Americans called the ZX Spectrum the ZX Spectrum.
ZX.
Pizza.
Yeah, we do. You got a good point there, Lou.
Pizza.
Today's episode was brought to you by the number 13 and the letter Z.
VTR makes a good point. What happens if it was aliens before? It's history in a way. Maybe we should ask our historian here. Tez would probably tell us. It's.
Yeah. Have you got anything about the?
Well, here's a fact. No.
Mayans. Is it the Mayans? The Mayans.
No, the Mayans. Yeah, the Mayans.
Crazy.
They say the most underused word that we don't pronounce properly is the word strength, where most people say strength when it's actually strength. So they say that's the most word that we don't pronounce properly. Strength.
Look at you. Wow, that word's got more than 4 letters. Well done.
Well, I call it Razor Quest. I call it the Razor Quest.
I said that Razor Quest. I always called it that, the Razor Quest. Do you know what I mean?
Razor Quest.
Right, well, I think we're done for the evening, aren't we? Really think we might finish just a couple of minutes early. I think we were
a bit late, lad. We went on a bit, didn't we, last week? We went on a
bit. So, anything to say? I've got a video coming tomorrow, and I think I'll have 1 or 2 this week. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, I've got a video coming probably middle of next week. I've got to finish it. I've got to do some stitching and sewing machine stuff. So interesting. So I'll give you a little tease. I could just.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not shouting too much. So he's there. Oh, I'll shout a little side.
Go over there.
He's been repainted. That's all you're seeing. That's all you're seeing. So it's going to be a little weathering video, painting, and I've changed some of the costume as well. So
Yeah,
so
aluminum. What about you, Tez? You got anything coming up?
I've got 42 Spectrum videos on the thing, so yeah, they're all waiting.
Can't wait.
What about you?
I'm getting the views.
Any of them? You actually finish any of them? Do you actually finish any of them? Oh,
He wants to watch a 25-minute video of me playing the Spectrum game. That's why
Did you actually not die in any of them? Have you actually lived?
Yeah. No, 5 minutes, and then I wouldn't want anybody to watch me more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Psycho. What were you saying? Sorry.
Hey. Yes.
Rob's Retros here. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Keith.
Rob.
Well, thanks.
Yeah,
what about you, Si? Got anything coming up? Have got any pictures planned? Any artwork you're doing?
I will have a surprise in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Surprise.
I'm trying to work out. Did you tell me about this?
We was talking about it sort of in the group tonight. I won't spoil anything, but it is going to be put up to a raffle, and then the proceeds to be made will be going to a charity that I'm just going to have a look for. Nice.
Charity.
I tell you what, I've got it. The USR charity. We all need money for Christmas, so if you can, there's a USR charity side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be with me.
Mark.
Yeah, so I'll be hosting next week. I've got to get a guest. I don't know who we're going to get yet.
Get on that. Let's think.
I'm working on my friend. So he's never really done live streaming, so he's a little bit worried.
Well, don't worry, Matt. You scraped the barrel this week, so it's
He scraped the barrel at all. It's easy doing these cycles.
He's trying to get you on for ages.
Lovely to have you on side. Don't ever say that, mate. It's great having you here.
To get Johnny and Greg on soon as well.
Get Johnny and Greg on. Got to get them on. Oh, they are. So I've talked to G-Force about Lee's niece has got a charity side.
Yeah.
Great episode, lads. Cheers, Dubai.
Well, I'll tell you what it's going to be, so you can keep your eye on it. But I think it was Ways of the Sith tonight. He said something in the Culture Cast group that struck a chord really. And with the death of Kevin Conroy today, he said it'd be nice to see a Kevin Conroy / Batman piece. So I thought I'm going to do that, but I think all the proceeds from the raffle should go to a charity. And I was thinking, just
what a good idea.
Or something like that, I can give it to. But again, if anybody's got any great ideas for charities, that'd be fantastic. I think
you hit the nail on the head there. Considering, because especially, like I said, I'm not a big fan. I didn't really know that much about him, but I saw everyone's responses today. You know what I mean? So maybe that's a good idea. That side. Let's have a look. Cherry Bakewells. That is an awesome charity, especially at Christmas. I always look forward to this time of year.
Cherry Bakewells.
He sends me loads of Cherry Bakewells this time of year, and it's my favourite time to have them. So
package, a big
come over for a cup of tea.
Big package.
Hey, Shabby, about this time of night, I like to have a nice chocolate bar. I forgot
You kept that one quiet.
Oh, look at that. Lick the cream.
Yeah, keep your tongue in there.
Is that like a Twinkie? Is that like a Twinkie in America?
Well, no, I think Twinkies are,
No, Eclairs are nicer than Twinkies.
Twinkies
are nice, but Eclairs are nicer than Twinkies.
Great show, lads. But yeah, it is brilliant having us.
Get that finger down your mouth. That's it. Get it down there. Get a chocolate.
Here with me. Get him over.
Right, let me get to the bowling. Let's have a look.
Somebody else has put, I think G-Force donated to cancer research in honour of Kevin, and that would be an idea.
Is how that young man died? Was it cancer that he died of?
Oh, 66. That's no age.
He's not. Yeah, he's 66.
Not now.
Yeah.
I'm 66. Alex shaped treats.
you built the animal, Tez, and then with that's the last one of our days. Tez, you're a filthy animal.
Filthy animal.
Right, everyone. We'll see you next week on Matt's channel. So it'll be on Matt's next week. Have a lovely weekend. I wish you all the best, and we'll see you next week.
Cheerio.
This stream's been devastating.